Hey everybody, how you guys doing today? My name is Nick, otherwise known here as Avialence, and I want to welcome you guys to Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. This is a game that's been getting quite a lot of controversy, so to speak, because of the $40, now $30 price point, basically for a demo, but it's been getting some pretty solid reviews. Most people have given it in between a 8 and a 9, which is good. I mean, especially for a game that is this controversial, so to speak, because it is essentially just a chunk of Phantom Pain and an overglorified demo. Now, that said, this overglorified demo does have a lot of content for people who have been waiting for Metal Gear Solid and would really like to get their hands on the new Metal Gear Solid 5, see a lot of the changes, and of course the visual improvements, because this engine was literally built from the ground up again just for this game, and it really shows. What you guys are seeing now is actually one of the side missions. I will be posting complete Let's Plays, so to speak, or little free roam walkthroughs of each of the Metal Gear Solid missions once I've kind of got a better hang for the controls. I'm still picking all those up, how the game works and functions, because I actually haven't played Metal Gear since Guns of the Patriots back when I was in high school, so it's been quite some time. But I do love these games, and I was actually brought onto these by a friend of mine back in the PlayStation 2 days, who had told me it's a little bit more of an interesting switch, right, on the entire military series, set in historical fiction, right? It's set in historical fiction, right? These things, we don't know if they've happened or not happened, etc., etc. So I got into it, and I quite enjoyed it. So when Ground Zeroes was announced, I was debating picking it up, thinking it was a full game. Now, 2 weeks ago, when it was announced that it was just an overglorified demo, there's a lot of the controversy coming up. I actually canceled my pre-order and just threw the money towards Titanfall. But I went ahead and I picked it up. I traded in my game Thief for it. I did get through Thief, but it was brutal, and I wasn't really enjoying that, and I knew Thief was still worth a couple bucks, so it actually paid for my Ground Zeroes copy. And what you guys are seeing, too, this is footage from the Xbox One. So this is on the Xbox One. The game looks gorgeous. The game looks stunning, especially when you see a lot of the weather effects. Like I said earlier, this one really doesn't showcase too much of that because we are in a bright, sunlit environment. But the main mission that you guys will play, the Ground Zeroes mission, which takes place on this island, is gorgeous. The rain effects are fantastic, and I'm just stunned by how good it looks. Especially a lot of the cutscenes, too. The cutscenes look great. We get a little preview of the cutscenes. You probably have about 20 minutes of cutscenes throughout the 3 hours that you're going to be playing Ground Zeroes and trying to unlock everything and work through most of the missions. But it's quite exhilarating. The gunplay is great. It handles fantastic, which that was something that really surprised me because I wasn't expecting it to handle too great. But after you get the controls down, it's not half bad. The control scheme is definitely different from a lot of the third-person shooters that I'd played in the past. So when I came into this, I had a little bit of a difficult time adjusting, especially since, you know, you can't shoulder your weapon or have it up continuously, because what I compare this to is the other third-person shooters I've been playing recently, and that is a whole lot of Arma 3, which we know that these are very different games if you guys have played Arma 3. So, going into the game, I didn't expect too much. I expected, like I said, an overglorified demo, but I was really surprised at how well put together this is. It's kind of like a teaser for the Phantom Pain, because you see the great visuals, the great aesthetics, especially the combat too. The responsiveness of the system is pretty good. The graphics look great as well, as I'm sure you guys can see. This is again on the Xbox One. I've been told that it does look visually better on the PS4, just because the PS4 is running in native 1080p, but outside of that, there hasn't been too much of a difference. It's still a stunning game on the Xbox One, and also, from what I've heard, on the previous gen systems, the PS3 and the Xbox 360. So it's nice. There's a lot of stuff in here that I'm still trying to experiment with, because this is a sandbox. While a lot of people think it is just a demo that you'll play through, and I know there's been some controversial articles, I think it was from Eurogamer who brought it up, and they talked about we were able to beat the game in 10 minutes. So that spiked a lot of people to just be like, oh no, not going to play it, you know, complete waste of my time. And that's simply not the truth. The nice thing is that this game does offer a lot of things. I beat the actual campaign mission, the Ground Zeroes campaign mission, which is the big chunk of this, within an hour and 30 minutes. That's including cutscenes, so about an hour and 10 minutes. Now, granted, I didn't fully explore the location. I didn't look for all the collectibles, which I'm going to go back and find. And by doing so, I actually unlocked 3 side missions, one of which you guys are watching now. This one is to assassinate 2 main targets, which were ex-U.S. military that kind of went paramilitary and turned assassins after the war, which was kind of interesting. As far as the guns go, too, I mean, the guns are nice. I would prefer more attachments. That's just me personally. I feel that there wasn't a lot of customization here, and that's what I loved about Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. I was able to customize a weapon and mess with it. And especially since this game is a sandbox, this is supposed to be a sandbox demo for you to experiment with, I would have liked to actually customize my weapons or pick from a couple different weapons in a loadout. Now, granted, I'm not sure if that's exactly what's going on here or if that's what's going to happen later down the road if I unlock it, but, you know, that's that. So, anyway, guys, that about wraps it up. I mean, welcome to Metal Gear Solid, right? I'll be releasing a couple of videos, and if you guys want to see or hear anything in particular, feel free to let me know, because I'm going to be working on these videos today and into tomorrow. And, of course, you guys will get a first impressions where I kind of highlight over some of the stuff I talked about in a more structured manner. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and are looking forward to more Ground Zeroes here on the channel. And feel free to subscribe if you haven't already for gaming content that comes out on a daily basis. So have a good one, guys, and thanks for watching.